Hey everybody, I'm KK.
I'm Kristen.
And together we are K&K Crochet. Welcome back. And today we want to do a little bit of an update on Bumblebee's Mountain Outreach. Talk really quickly about what that is because there are videos like crazy to say what that is. But for anybody who's new, because I know there are lots of new people, Bumblebee's Mountain Outreach is an outreach that we created in memory of my brother. There's a whole backstory. You can go to Facebook, link down below, and read all about it. That's probably about it. I think there are a couple of videos that we may talk a little bit about it, but I try not to go too in depth on here. It deals with mental health and we're just gonna say mental health, yeah, and being kind. And so my brother is no longer with us, so this is in memory of him. And so that's what we do. We give out hats to people in our area. They do not have to be. It's not based on income. It's not based on anything other than just being kind. So it's like just giving a little bit of kindness and brightening somebody's day, right? So the first year we decided 2 weeks before one of our local parades to see how many hats the locals could make, and we came up with 75. The second year was close to 500, and last year was close to 1,200. So this year our goal is 1,500, and we would like to get a hat from every state in the United States. Last year I think we got all but 14, something like that. And also from other countries. Last year we had 4 countries total, including 4 countries. 4 countries including the United States. So, and we have a map. It's back. I'm hoping that we have plans here in the not too distant future, I hope in the not too distant future, to rearrange where we film. So maybe this will be on a wall. That'd be a whole lot better and easier. So we shall see. So first of all, we need to show you hats that we've received, and then we'll talk about the map. So these were from, now it's hats, scarves, anything that will keep you warm, right? Gloves, shawls, whatever. And so, and what we do is we take them and we throw them out during Christmas parades here, and we also donate to other charities in the area, including communities and schools, which helps students who need things. They don't ever have to worry about being embarrassed or whatever.
So no questions asked kind of thing.
Yeah, they go up to their person who's in charge in their schools, and they say, hey, I need XYZ, and that's provided. They don't have to worry about it. So Miss C from Miss Florida down there, she sent us beautiful scarves. Very pretty. I'm assuming that one's made with the bloom yarn. That's so beautiful.
I love it.
So beautiful. I can just see some little girl just loving that. Very pretty.
This one has little tassels. I love it.
Pretty, pretty blue. Ooh. Like a teal blue. So pretty. It's not doing it justice on there, but it is a gorgeous, deep, rich teal.
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous? It's gorgeous.
I love the way this pulls like little stripes. Like a candy cane.
4, 5. So let me get my little handy dandy calculator here. Not calculator, actually. Notes. It's my notes. I keep notes on my phone about the hats so that I know what's going on and how many we have and who sent how many and where they came from. And that way I don't ever have to wonder, right? So that brings our grand total so far this year to 24. And we haven't even really started, so that's great. We actually, I can't say words today, accept hats until November. And we'll give usually it's November 24th. That's my brother's birthday, but we shall see. So I'm going to give Kristen the map. And I did drop by because I couldn't find my other ones, and I think we might have used most of them, and got bees from Hobby Lobby.
Ignore the rattle for a second.
Well, I should have opened them ahead of time. And so I thought these were different, but now that I look at them, they're not. When I looked at them, I didn't remember ours having blue wings before, but they did. Because we just removed all the ones from last year.
We still had all of them on here.
Yep.
That was fun.
Kristen said we should have took those off before so they weren't so sticky. Yep. Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
I keep thinking I'm seeing bees, but it's the ocean on the States.
So we're going to put a bee down here for Miss C because she sent scarves. And we're going to put a bee on Texas.
Where are you, Texas?
Texas.
There's Texas.
Because, I'm making the bee dizzy upside down. Because Jill from Fiber Floozy Crafts sent also hats earlier this year. And we did not have the map up and running yet. So, we do now. And there you go. I will put their channels down below so you can go over and check them out. And we are so thankful for you all. Thank you for participating. So now we are 2 states in. And, well, 3 if you count us. But I don't usually count us because we're going to make them regardless. So if other people from West Virginia, well, when other people send them from West Virginia, spring, because I know she will. She already has started. When I don't count hats till I receive them. So when I receive them, or when we receive them, then the bee goes on the map for your state. And so when other people from West Virginia send them, I do put a bee on the map, but not for us. Because we're going to do it anyway. So even if nobody else did, we would do it. So what happens is I put a bee on the map for each state that we receive a hat from that particular person one time. Now, if the same person sends hats 5 times, I just put 1 bee on there. But in my notes, I calculate every time they send so that we know where we're at. And I know how many times we've received from that state. And, yeah, and I can always go back. I think, have the ones from last year that I can go back and look at and see. Because I have had people say, can you tell me how many I sent last year? Or can you tell me this? Or can you tell me that? So I do try to keep that at least for now. I don't know how many. Probably after this year, I will delete last year's other than to know what our total was so that I have a running count so, we can see what we're doing. But those hats go out just as a little act of kindness to say, hey, somebody's thinking of you. And then if something happens in the community, like a fire and somebody loses everything, or somebody... I have had in the past where there were domestic violence situations and somebody had to leave all their stuff or whatever. If a need arises, then we make sure they have a hat and a scarf or whatever's needed, whatever we happen to have on hand. Usually we try to get rid of everything by the end of December, but I did have a situation arise this week where I did tell someone that if they were in need to let me know, and we would make sure that it happened, that they would get a hat. It was, yeah. And I haven't heard back, but other than they said that they would contact the person and ask them and let me know. It was actually a homeless situation, which I don't hear much about in this area, but I know it's prevalent. So hopefully we can open that door and be able to reach people that way too. So I think that's the update for Bumblebee's Mountain Outreach for now. The bees are floating around. One's been to Australia. Belle's been to Australia. Buddy's been to Nebraska. They should be arriving, or one has arrived at, Buddy has arrived at his new location. Belle should be arriving within the next few days. So watch people's channels and see if they pop up somewhere and see what's going on. And if you would like to be a part of Buddy and Belle's journey, and you didn't sign up and you are a content creator, all you have to do is send us an email and we'll make sure that happens. Just know that you are responsible to pay shipping on to the next person or back to us if we're the last ones, or if you're the last one, and that shipping is on you, right? So let me know, and don't forget to be kind, because
you don't know anybody else's journey.
Oh, and one other thing, I did get a question about hats. Generally, I say an adult hat is better because everybody's tension is different. I'm sorry, I'm losing my voice. Everybody's tension is different. Yarns are different. So we made hats a couple of years ago for a kindergarten class, and I measured heads for each hat. I measured every child's head and made the hats to fit them. And in general, is that what I mean to say? Yeah, in general. Generally. I could have made one size hat and it would have fit most of them, because their head range, head size was only an inch or two different. So it may have been a little slouchier because I do the ribbing around the edge of mine that stretches. So it really, for the most part, it would have been fine. So I say adult hats because we serve teenagers in the school, we serve elementary kids in the school, but like I said, the difference between an adult hat, I think, isn't it generally like 21 to 22 inches? Most of the sizes that I had to make that year were 19 and a half to 22. So you're right there, right? So adult hats, preferably acrylic, because we never know if someone is homeless. We don't ask. I don't want them to have to tell me. That's not the point. And if they happen to show up at a parade and grab a hat, I want them to be able to wash it out in a sink somewhere and dry it out, and it'll be fine, right? Or to run it through the laundromat and it'll be fine. So, deadline November 24th. What else? Anything else? There's a whole playlist about Bumblebee's Mountain Outreach, all the things we've done. There's lots of different, well, not lots, but there are other outreaches. There are other, what do I want to say? Other events that we do besides the parades. We take things to nursing homes and donate. There are 2 nursing homes in our area. We make sure they all have Christmas gifts every year, and it changes every year what we get them. And then, what else? It just depends. There've been a couple of different things that we've done. I'd like to reach out and do other things. Eventually, my goal is to be able to give a scholarship from Bumblebee's Mountain Outreach. I don't know how that's going to work. I mean, I know how it works. I just don't. I haven't gotten there yet. But God's laid that on my heart. So eventually, I hope to be able to give a graduating senior it's not going to be a huge scholarship, but a scholarship of some sort. So we shall see. That's in my head. I've always wanted to do something since this took place to make good of a bad situation. That's what Bumblebee's Mountain Outreach is all about. If you do not have the ability to make hats or ship hats, we understand. Please don't let that keep you from donating locally. Don't feel like you have to send to us. Those who can and are blessed enough to be able to do that, we appreciate you so much. Those who can't, we understand. We appreciate you so much. We do what we can, when we can, where we can. And that's all that matters, right? Do it with a kind and loving heart. That's all that matters. So don't forget to be kind, because
you don't know anybody else's journey.
Bye.
Bye.